Hi future doctors, welcome to the next class. So we were discussing about average speed and average velocity. So in the next question, if first one third distance out of total distance, first one third distance with velocity v1, next one third distance with velocity v2, so last one third distance with velocity v3, then what is the average speed or average velocity they will ask. Object is moving from A to B, B to C, C to D, continuously in one particular direction. Whenever object is moving in one particular direction, both velocity and speed are going to be, means average speed and average velocity will be same. Therefore, average speed is equal to total distance by S1 plus S2 plus S3 by total time T1 plus T2 plus T3. So, from A to B, T1, B to C, T2, C to D, T3. So, now what is V1? V1 is S1 by T1. So, we have to eliminate T1 is S1 by V1. What is S1 now? S by 3V1. Same like that. Directly I am writing V2. So what is V2? S by 3V2. What is T1? This is T2. T2 is S by 3V2. What is T3? S by 3V3. So substitute in this. Now average speed or average velocity is going to be, what is S1 means? S by 3 plus S by 3 plus S by 3. So S1, S2, S3. Now what is T1? S1 by V1 plus S2 by V2 plus S3 by, correct, S1 by V1. Next, all this is going to be total distance. What is S1 means? S by 3. Sorry. S1 by V1. What is S1 by V1? S by 3V1. S by 3V1. Otherwise, directly we can substitute in place of T1, S by 3V1, S by 3V2, S by 3V3. So, finally, we are going to take common S by 3. 1 by V1 plus 1 by V2 plus 1 by V3. So, S and will be cancelled. Then what is the average of all these? So, if you are sending 3 to numerator, so V1, V2, V3. So V1, V2, V3 is LCM means V2, V3 plus V1, V3 plus V1, V2. So 3V1, V2, V3 by V1, V2 plus V2, V3 plus V3, V1. So V average is equal like this. So if it is covering equal distances, you got like this. If it is covering in equal intervals of time, if T1 is equal to T2 is equal to T3 is equal to T, in equal intervals of time means how you will get V1 plus V2 plus V3 by 3. Already we discussed the previous one. So two equal distances, S1, S2, both are going to be equal distances, first half, second half. At the time we got average velocity 2V1, V2 by V1 plus V2. So in equal intervals of time, if it is going to cover, so V average is equal to V1 plus V2 by 2. Same equations you got here, but small change. So here, whenever you are going to get 3-1, some people will write V1 plus V2 plus V3. That is wrong. So like this, it is going to come. This is about average speed and average velocity equations. Now see the question, how they are going to ask this. So first 1/4 of the distance. First 1/4 of the distance with velocity v1 and remaining distance with velocity v2. Then what is the average speed or average velocity they will ask. Total distance is s. First 1/4 with velocity v1 and remaining distance with velocity v2. What is the average velocity or average speed they will ask. Our formula will not be changed. Average velocity or average speed is, so S1 plus S2 by T1 plus T2. So this one we have to rearrange. How we are going to rearrange, that is going to be important. So what is S1 now here? S1 is S by 4. Now what is S2? This is S2. S2 is nothing but S minus S by 4. How much? 3S by 4. Now how we will eliminate T1? V1 is S1 by T1. T1 is S1 by V1. What is S1 now? S by 4V1. Like that, what is T2? V2 is equal to S2 by T2. T2 is equal to S2 by V2. Now what you got? S2? 3S by 4V2. So after getting those, you have to substitute in this equation. Now see here, from this equation, what we can write? So V average is equal to, what is S1? S by 4. S by 4. So what is S2? 3S by 4. Divided by, what is T1? T1 is going to be S by 4V1. S by 4V1. Plus, what is T2? 3S by 4V2. Correct? Now, if you observe in numerator, always you are going to get total distance. Total distance or displacement is going to be S. Therefore, numerator will be getting S. Here, what is common you can take? S by 4, S by 4. If you are taking S by 4 common, 1 by V1 plus 3 by V2. So, one S will be cancelled. Then, if you send 1 by 4 to numerator 4, what is LCM here? V1, V2. So, if you are taking LCM, V2 plus 3V1. So, 4V1, V2 by V2 plus 3V1. So, this is nothing but average velocity or average speed for this problem. What is this problem? First 1/4 distance. Like that you can calculate first 1/3 distance and remaining distance. First 1/3 distance with velocity V1, remaining distance with velocity V2. Like that, S by 5, S by 6, S by 7. Like that if you practice, so you will become perfect on that. Next, if you want to do another problem, so first 1/3 distance, total distance is S. First 1/3 distance, S1 equal to S by 3 with velocity V1 and remaining distance with velocity V2. So what is the average speed or average velocity? So for this, how we will do means, again our formula will not be changed. V average is nothing but S1 plus S2 by T1 plus T2. So we discussed already more times, total displacement is always, distance is always S. So our problem is only with T1 and T2. How you will get T1 and T2? V1 is equal to S1 by T1. T1 is S1 by V1. What is S1 here? S by 3V1. So this is nothing but T1. Now how you will get T2? So how you will get T2 means, we will see now. Again, V2 is equal. So V2 is equal to S2 by T2. T2 is S2 by V2. Now what is S2 from this? So this is S by 3 means, total is S means, this distance is going to be S2 is S minus S by 3. That is going to be 2S by 3. Therefore 2S by 3V2. Now you got T1 and T2, substitute in this equation. What is T1? S by 3V1 plus T2, 2S by 3V2. So from this, what you can take common? S by 3 you can take common. So 1 by V1 plus S by means S is already common. S by 3 is common. Therefore 2 by V2. 2 by V2. So S will be cancelled. Therefore 3 by, so V1 V2 LCM means V2 plus 2V1. So 3V1 V2 by V2 plus 2V1. So this is nothing but average speed for this problem. So here you can take, so S by 3 already means S by 4 already we have taken here. Now here S by 3 we have taken, S by 5, S by 6, S by 7, like this you can take. So very important model for your final exam point of view. So previous years they asked so many times this average speed and average velocity. So try to practice, then you will be getting the perfect solutions. Next, how they may ask problem on this, we'll see. An object covers first half of the distance with velocity 60 km per hour and the next half of the distance with velocity 40 km per hour. First half of the distance, next half of the distance, then what is the average speed they will ask. So whenever distances are same, we will use this formula 2v1 v2 by v1 plus v2. So 2 into 60 into 40 by 60 plus 40. So 2 into 60 into 40 by 100. So whenever multiplication numbers are coming, try to write like this one. At the end you can multiply. So 6 2s are 12, 12 4s. So 48 kilometer per hour, isn't it? So this is average speed. For the same question, it is covering 60 km per hour, 40 km per hour in equal intervals of time. In equal intervals of time means our formula is V1 plus V2 by 2. So at the time 60 plus 40 by 2, this is going to be 100 by 2, 50 km per hour. Here you have to observe carefully. Here we are getting answer in terms of kilometer per hour because they have given kilometer per hour. Sometimes answer they will give 48 meter per second they will give in options. So many students will do, they will follow this, they will see this, only this one they will see, they won't write follow units. At that time, this first option is available 48 means they will go for 48. But unit here, meter per second. You have to observe the unit also whenever you are calculating. Okay, so meter per second means 48 into 5 by 18. So 15 to, so 5 by 18 meter per second. You have to observe the units also. So equivalent, blindly we can follow. If distances are same, we will follow this formula. If times are same, T1 equal to 2, we will follow this form. So try to do practice some problems on this. Remaining we'll see in our next class. Thank you.